Another way of inserting an anchor point is using the pen tool again and set it into add anchor point tool. And here you can just go around clicking and adding new anchor points. If you want to remove one, rather than selecting it with your subselection tool and pressing delete, you can just use the remove anchor point tool. And a really useful thing is the convert. I use this quite a bit, and this will convert an anchor point. So here we've got a curved with a curved edge here, and that's because it's got the control points. If I click with this tool, it just turns it to a straight edge, so it's all back to straight lines and no curves. If I do that, and then if I want my curves back, I can click and drag out some new control points. So that's all there is to it, really. So if I click on this layer here, on layer 2, it selects everything. I'm pressing delete. We'll just go through that one more time. I could select a line, and draw a line, and then use this tool. I hover over, I'm pressing control, I'm clicking, I'm dragging, and I'm repeatedly doing that again and again and again. And then I can, this time I'm not pressing control, I'm just dragging. So this is one way we can follow this shape round. Double click and delete. Or we can use the pen tool, and we're probably going to use a little bit of both. And I advise that you practice both. One more technique that I often use is I'm just going to draw a line, use my black arrow, my selection tool, and drag it out to a curve. And now I'm going to change the stroke color and draw another line. And this is quite useful because now you can select it. Those lines cut into each other, so you can use them like a knife cut, and you can delete any part of these that you want. So that's another useful. If I change it to yet another color, you can just select these sections and remove them. So sometimes this is quite useful for getting at a shape. And all these corner points you can just anchor points, I think they call them. You can just move around with the black arrow, or if you want to actually see them, you can drag them around with the white arrow. And I should probably just show you for completeness that you can do the same with a fill. So if we've got, I just removed the edge there. So we've got a brown rectangle, and let's put a red oval over the top, and we're drawing onto the same layer here. If I select this and delete it, it cuts a hole in this shape. And again, if I use a line, I can draw across here, select this part of it and delete it. Double click the line and delete that. So this kind of cutting holes in things and using lines, this can be pretty useful sometimes. Just have a play around, practice. But in the main, we'll try and stick to the pen tool. So I click this and delete. And after that little introduction, we should be able to start and trace the outline of this car.